Good morning, traders. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today's date is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. Looks like I have about 13 charts I want to look at, so this might be about a 15-minute video. Hope that's not too long. All right, first let's take a look at the SPY here. It looks like we're opening up a couple hundred points down on the Dow. I generally watch the SPY for my market decisions. And the SPY looks like we're opening up below the T line, and we're going to be flirting with the green dots right here. This is what we call our trend indicator, or I refer to it as the red-green line sometimes, because you can see the red dots right in here. Generally, charts are looked at as bullish, not necessarily buys, but bullish when the T line is above green dots. If we get below where the T line is below the red dots, running down very similar to this over here, then we'll be looking more toward the short side. Right now the market is still holding up. Let's see how we finish out the day, but we need to watch how we what happens after the open. Are the bulls going to come back in and move us back up? And to get real bullish, I think we're going to have to get back up over this trend line right in here. And of course, we can draw a trend line up like this. And if we get below that, that would be another way to look at some bearishness if we start breaking to the downside of this wedge right here. All right, let's take a look at a few charts. I've got some longs and shorts. Here's BUX, B-O-X. BUX had a great pop-out day before yesterday. And then yesterday we ended up with a little Hiromi, an inside day. Right now I'm looking at bullishness above 1980. I'll be waiting for a buy signal. May take a couple of days for that to happen. Let's see here. There we go. So we may have to slide down a little bit more for a couple of days. And then what we'll do is start watching for a buy signal. If we don't get the buy signal, we don't do anything. Another way to trade this is to wait for the breakout up here of about 2210, and then trade that breakout, either the breakout candle or wait for a few candles resting, consolidation, resting type candles over here to the right, maybe in a few days. Another chart I'm looking at is Twitter, which actually I'm already short Twitter. Excuse me. Already short Twitter, and you can see how the price action has turned the the green dots to red, and the T line is trying very hard to get below those red dots right now because price is pushing in that direction. Now the thing with Twitter is really no big money is going to be made till we get through this 3265 area right in here. So this might be a little early buy for some. Others may wait for a drop and then maybe a retest, and then you're going to start shorting right in here. I took the risk a little bit early. I've been in it for a couple of days now. To the downside, let's go to a 3-bar chart. Just see what that is. If you look at that 3-bar chart, I'm seeing the possibility down here to 29.95. Followed by, oh yeah, that's pretty good, followed by about 27.80. Of course, we're going to need to see that follow through that supporting area of 32.65 right in there. VXX is another chart. I want to go look at the 15-minute on this chart here. Yesterday, we watched, this is one of these charts I watch all the time. I've got it on another monitor, and I keep it on the 15-minute so I can just keep track of VXX. And how's it acting? How's the fear in the market? Is the fear light? Is it heavy? Mediocre? And that's what I watch it for. Well, yesterday, we closed up over the T-line here, put a nice little inside day, and then we started popping up yesterday on this third candle here. In this third candle, this is where I went long, because that chart pattern there, doji continuation pattern, and one of the rules I have is let's wait till it gets over that T line and shows us some price action. And that's exactly what it did. So you can see how it marched up the rest of the day, pulled back on yesterday's close, and today it looks like it's opening up about a buck higher. So that's going to be a nice play. May or may not close some today. We'll see how it acts. But as we look at this chart on the 15-minute, a few targets to the upside. One's going to be about 30, we'll just say 36, and then maybe up here around 37 and some change. Going back to the daily, you can see that starts flirting with these daily candles in here. Now, if the VXX can get above that 37.50, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the market, and the long traders are going to need to be a little bit careful. Short traders will do pretty good. Now, of course, that's only if we get there and get past it. Another chart that I want to take a look at, I'm not in this chart. In fact, I've never actually traded this chart. But it's a chart I watch an awful lot. I mentioned in the trading room yesterday, as long as FNGU stays bullish, the market will stay bullish. The market may grind, it may be sluggish, it may make you question what direction it's going, but it will remain bullish as long as this chart stays bullish. And this is FNGU. It's the FANG ETF. So as long as Facebook, Amazon, Google, all those, Netflix, as long as they continue to show some strength, this FANG chart is going to stay up. If we start to see this FANG chart collapse, then we may have some really good shorting opportunities back down. Looks like we're opening up today. Inside, right now it's 7 o'clock a.m. my time. Well, it's 10 to 7 my time. That's about an hour and a half right now before the market opens. So this could actually change just a bit. But I think if we do, let's put it right here. If we start trading below 99.40, then I would look at this pink line I have here at 94.40, 94.45 to be tested. And of course, if we fall below that, if we start turning our green dots red, that would be a problem. We could see a lot of pressure on the bulls in the market. Let's see, Twitter. Twitter's another one that looks a little bit short to me. We already talked about that one. Excuse me. Let's here. OKE. OKE gap down. We've got a doji bullish engulf. It rallied up. Overall, that's a pretty nice price action chart pattern. Really is. The problem is it can't seem to get through our red dots and turn them green. As long as that happens, there's a possibility that the short setup is coming. Now, no real money is going to be made till we get to 32.30. Some traders are going to be buying inside this area here, and some traders are going to wait till it breaks down through that level. I'm not sure what type of trader you are, but right now we have this downtrend. Let's monitor this and see what happens. On the other hand, if the bulls kick this back up and we move up here, then that really does give a nice little bullish chart pattern like that. So you have the rise, the consolidation, and up. The only thing is we're going to need to see that price action, and we're going to need to see it above those red dots. Those dots are going to have to turn green. But right now, this is looking a bit more like a short. Hasn't triggered off yet. I'd like to see a little more weakness in the overall market. PFE, also a nice looking short. You can see where the T line is underneath the red dots. You can see the red dots have gone from solid green to somewhat of a mixed, and that mixed helped put in that top. We've gapped down, we've rallied up. This would have been a great time to short this chart, by the way, right in through here. Big move down. Here it tried to rally up again. It's still showing a weakness here, and we could see something down about 29.80, which is about a 9% on the stock trade. Another one is DKN. DKN. We've got a bullish engulf here that consolidated well. Then the bulls lost control with the bears right in here, and this bearish engulf right in here. So what we've got is this bullish move, excuse me, consolidation, and now we have this bearish engulf, and we have a little Hiromi over here yesterday. And if we start to see that Hiromi give way, DKNG might be a trade. Once again, the market overall has created this situation. A few days ago, we had this big pop in a lot of charts. So we need to get through that big pop to make any big money on the shorts. So below 35, 67, 65-ish, below that area there, that's where this will start to pay. Again, some traders are going to buy inside this area, and some areas are going to wait till we actually get below that line. Here, you've just got to ask yourself, what type of trader are you? Work is looking pretty good for a bullish trade. So far, we've rallied up some very nice consolidation. Today, it looks like we're going to open up above the T-line, above the green dot, inside day of yesterday. I would look at target up here at $37.80, $40, and possibly beyond. SBUX. This is another one that's looking short, and I am currently short in SBUX. When it's all said and done, just like we've seen on several charts, there's some support right here about this 73.40. If that's where we start making money, when we get below that area. Up here, you certainly can make a little money, but this is where the big money starts. Again, price action is underneath the red dots. T-line is underneath the red dots. And the price action does not look like the bulls are jumping in like crazy. So let's watch to see if there's weakness in the overall market, and that could help SBUX run to the downside. ZS is setting up as a bullish trade right now. Looks like we're opening up, where are we here? Just about 110.73. We've had a very nice rally up. There we go. Nice rally up, and so far a pretty nice, controlled, smooth pullback right to the T-line here. What we need to see now is some buyers step in, and if the buyers step in, that may be a nice little trade. I would have to say above that 112.50 area, you might look for a trade. And some people are going to wait till it actually breaks out, and you can, of course, buy the breakout, or maybe the next few days if it puts in a relaxing chart pattern. Basically just like this. Yeah, we pulled back. So this, here we go. Let's do this. So this rally here, that would be the same as that rally. This pullback would be the same as this pullback. And what you're looking for is that run just like that right there. Spotify. Spotify put in a bearish shooting star up here. So I'm kind of watching this for a possible short. That's a bullish chart, so you got to be really careful with this. But what I would like to see is let's see what happens today. Let's watch that candle on this today on how the price action, what the price action does. That could end up being a short. It could, like I said, we want to be careful with this one. Spotify's been in a nice long trend, so the shooting star could simply be an indication that we pull back a little bit before the bulls grab back a hold of it and start taking it up. If this is a harsh enough candle, follow through to the downside. If we start breaking the overall trend, then Spotify might be a nice little short. From today, say, down to, that's jeepers. That's almost 18% right there, from 263 to 199. So, I'm sorry, from 241 to 199. That's 17%. So, that's not a bad short just for looking for a short-term pullback on Spotify. Mitch, MTCH. Mitch ended up with a bullish morning star signal here on this pullback. Nice rally up, nice organized pullback, and then the bull stepped in, creating that morning star signal above 99 and a quarter. Mitch would be a buy. And the last one I have here is NVAX, NVAX. This is one that I bought yesterday long. I think it's still in that area. If I can see the bulls showing strength today on this, then I will add to that position on NVAX. Closed yesterday with an engulfing candle. So far it looks like we're opening up inside yesterday's candle. So again, I'll be watching that for bullish activity, and if it's there, then I will be adding to that. All right, I want to thank everybody for being here, and if you like the videos and would like to be alerted when they're posted, I believe right here in this corner there's a button that you'll see over there that you can subscribe. It's free, it's painless, and we hope you do. So thanks for being here. This is Rick at Hit and Run Candlesticks, and today's date is Wednesday, June 24, 2020. Good trading, everyone.